5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, Bravehearts. I'm Dr. Darrell Wolf. I'm in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico at the Braveheart Nation Studios. And guess what this is? This is part 2 of the 6-day advanced water fast. And guess what? We're going to call this one Starve It from the Bottom Up, from the inside out. And that's how healing takes place. Okay? The power to heal is inside. Okay? I'm part of a documentary that's going to be shown in November, and it's coming out, and it's going to be going all over the world, and it's called The Cure is an Inside Job. And understand something, it always will be, and guess what you need to have it be permanent? You need to have a permanent change in your personality. If you're sick right now, if you're tired right now, if you're underweight or you're overweight or you have what they call, okay, an autoimmune disease, then guess what? You're going to need to change your personality if you want a new reality, and then you've got to hold that personality and hold it long enough and strong enough. And let me say this, if I drop a little pebble into the water, it creates a little ripple. Now, I could keep dropping that pebble and creating ripples all the time. Change comes by how long and how strong you want it. Meaning this, what if I dropped a boulder into the water? What kind of ripple would that make? Well, the difference is you putting your heart into it, you putting emotion into it, energy and motion. The more emotion that you put into it, the more that you stay heart-based, the more that you feed your spirit, the higher you're going to fly, meaning your vibration, meaning your frequency. You can turn disease on and disease off with a frequency faster than the speed of light. Did you know that? Right now they're using invisible forces against us, blue light, 5G, and other things that I'll be getting into on the future, because guess what? We now have BHN app. Go to bhnapp.com or go to Braveheart Nation, okay, on the App Store on your phone, and join the world's largest, most powerful self-care, self-love, truthful app, where we will have people speaking on there that can speak on no other platform, because their truth shakes up their lies. And understand something, if you want your life to be everything, then you must become everything. You have to learn how to love and care for yourself. And we're going to be talking about that today in the 6-day advanced water fast part 2. And if you missed part 1, then go and log into bhnapp.com and go watch part 1, okay? That's an in-depth training. That's a master class. Do you want to be the master of your life? Do you want to be the architect of your life? Okay, do you want to be the captain of your ship? You know, we can take all of these sayings, but understand something. You need to take massive personal action. You need to love you first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. They're going to give us so much to distract us, disrupt us. In the next 3 to 5 years, you haven't seen anything yet. So pay attention and go inside and find that God spot in your heart. Okay? All right. So 6-day advanced water fast. This is the 2-week preparation. Now, if you didn't join me for yesterday's part 1, you'll understand I went through everything in quite detail. The 2-week preparation is where we're going to be doing a whole plant-based keto diet to prepare ourselves for the 6-day advanced water fast. Whether you do 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, or you go longer than 6 days, you know, I keep saying it's like the hinges of a door that have gone rusty. You can't get them to open. You put WD-40 on, let it sit overnight, and then you just go, wow, the door just opened. If you want to open the door that'll open so much more, do an advanced water fast. I explained yesterday the difference between a water fast and an advanced water fast. And water fast, just doing a water fast is absolutely dangerous for today's society because we're so toxic. Like I said, okay, you're not tired, you're poisoned. You're not overweight, you're poisoned. You're not underweight, you're poisoned. Okay, you're not sick, you've been poisoned intentionally. So now you've got to be intentional about going in and saying, I do matter. My life matters. You want to go into the BHN app, you want to check out our Perfect Day Guide, you want to check out part 2 if you can't watch it. So, let's just talk about this, all right? Let's wash away, okay, the things that no longer serve our greater good. Let's wash them away on a physical, emotional, mental, and spirit level. And you know what? Most practitioners don't talk about it, but it should be talked about so much more. And that's what goes on in this computer, because that's all it is, a computer playing programs. And if you actually were in charge of your emotions, energy, and motion, your whole life would change. But seeing that we have given our power away to these fake authority figures, okay? There is no authority over me. I answer to nobody down on this planet. I answer to that which I call creator and source, but I answer to nobody else. And understand, almost everybody that has ever been put into authority is, guess what? Undermining your life on a financial, physical, emotional, nutritional level. So get it. Every supermarket, every store, every corporation, understand that. So you have to wake up to this. And this is why we're talking about the 6-day advanced water fast, which is the least expensive thing that you can do to have the most results in unleashing stem cells, like $100,000 worth of stem cells you would have paid for. That's what you get in a 6-day advanced water fast. And autophagy, where you go in like a Pac-Man and eat up everything that shouldn't be in there, that you've been growing due to dysfunctional, toxic beliefs you don't even know you have, because everybody in your family and your friends and the majority of the population have those same beliefs. So let me talk about something here. I talked to a lovely lady, and I just talked to her. I never drag things, okay? I never drag things along that one story, okay? I've got half a dozen stories every day because people reach out to me because they know that I'm a Braveheart hero. They know that no matter how much I get attacked by media, government, or the majority, I'm going to hold the line because I'm going to love, honor, and respect myself and the truth. So first I have a lady calling me, and she calls me up and says, "How you doing, Dr. Wolf?" Great. She goes, "You know what? My brother had diverticulitis, and the reality is I talked to him, but the rest of the family totally made him go paranoid, schizophrenic, okay, and he went to the hospital, and then they did an x-ray, and they said, look, you've got diverticulitis, which is diverticulum, which are out pockets of where the lining of your large intestine starts to stick out like a bulge in a tire because it's full of fecal waste, old fecal waste, that's creating bad bacteria and poisons." And they go, "Oh, we should cut out," and I guess they wanted to cut out a few inches of his large intestine. Well, guess what? If they would have, reassured him, I'm being honest here, so you know what? The media, the so-called medical care system, they can all say what they want to say, but if they would have put this gentleman on an advanced water fast, if they would have did the ultimate coffee enema on him to bring down the waste in his large intestine and liver, and they put it on, or even put him on a whole plant-based, diet, high vibrational, high light content, high mineral, vitamin, nutritional, healthy fiber frequencies, it would have came down the minute he started doing that. If he would have drank structured water, and warm to hot structured water to rinse everything out, the fire would have came down. So they did the surgery, and he passed away on the table of septicemia, which means when they cut him, the waste got into his bloodstream and it was too much for him. How about another beautiful lady? Her and her husband were going to come here to the DOD 5-star healing retreat in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, and she has a breast situation. But understand something, she was coming here before I told this story yesterday, which I have to tell again, which is going to be up in my BHN Power Pack, okay? Part of, if you go to bhnapp.com, download that and go into it. Okay, and you're going to find, there's going to be a video where you find BHN Power Pack, because these are Power Pack clinics with the best energy medicine, Wolf Non-Surgical, nutraceuticals around the world. And guess what? That video is going to be of a woman, and I just talked to her this morning, and guess what? So now it's been 5 days, 6 days, and guess what? Her tumor is not coming back. When she saw me 6 days ago, the tumor was 3 inches by 4 inches, okay? And it was about 1 inch deep. Did you get that? 3 inches by 4 inches and 1 inch deep. I did cell sonic regeneration on her, and she's been following me, and she does take some of my products, and she's been doing the diet as well, and she's been following me for 3 years, but she didn't take it serious enough. So she came to me, we did cell sonic regeneration, Wolf Non-Surgical, and guess what? And in 24 minutes, from the time I started, 24 minutes, we had it down to 1 inch by 1 inch. Okay, the next morning she woke up, she couldn't even find it. And that was because we pulled the scar tissue apart, got the calcium to go back into the bones. And guess what? When you have perfect circulation, you got perfect health. And then when we put the cell sonic regeneration pulses into her, which is 20,000 volts put into a love harmonic, it just went in there and told the cells, you're totally healthy. It shut down the inflammation. It broke up the calcification that was wrapped around the mitochondria that were stopping the mitochondria from spinning 2,500 times per second, so that she wasn't making the ATP to have the energy to heal. So I'll keep checking with her, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to switch things around. You know, this isn't some kind of study that I can manipulate it. This is actually a video, and I'm going to be doing more live videos because guess what? People can say what they want, you know? Like I sent that video out to 20 different people maybe as soon as I did it. And most of them, they haven't even answered me back because how do they process this? How do people process that in 23 to 24 minutes, okay, we've got somebody using an energy medicine device and Wolf Non-Surgical, and they actually reduced it down from 4 inches by 3 inches down to 1 inch, and then the next morning, because of the energy that was put inside of her, it actually dissolved. Because remember, the invisible creates the physical, the psychological rules the biological, and as far as I'm concerned, guess what? 9,999 of you out of 10,000, the psychological of the government, the medical system, and all the other corporations are running you. They run your whole day. Because understand this, the majority of the population is only in the present moment 2% of the day. So let's take the time. Get off the beaten path. Okay? And understand, I'm off the beaten path. I get it. Like I said yesterday, I had an article sent to me that was written by a nurse that was sponsored by a university, okay, to say that, oh, look at Darrell Wolfe decided to rewrite the whole of science. You know, who does he think he is? Everything that I teach is not mine. Everything that I teach goes back maybe 10,000 years. That's how far things go. None of this. I just don't smoke a joint or pop a pill and make stuff up. You know, just understand, Mother Nature has been around forever. And understand the things that we do today are the things that we did thousands of years ago when you're looking at my program. But except for one thing. You can't even go back 30 years and compare 30 years from now because everybody is malnourished and toxic. Everybody is malnourished and toxic unless they make an effort. Like I tell people this, and I got bashed for it. I said, take 30% to 40% of what you spend and spend it on nutraceuticals, high vibrational, concentrated nutrition, and watch how it turns things off that you don't want, turns things on that you do want. And you know what? That was all about me trying to make a sales pitch. So then find someone that has products like mine, and it's going to be a little bit difficult. I've been at this for 40 years, and all of my products have the highest vibration. They are totally pure, clean, they're organic, and they're concentrated. And understand, every day we hear from hundreds of people saying that we've never taken products like this. So you can believe it or not, but I've put my life into this. And if you think that I have all these dreams and desires to see how much money I can make, how many followers I want, then you don't even know who I am. You need to follow your heart. That's what you need to do. Follow your heart. Follow logic. And ask yourself, did God create this? And I'm going to tell you something right now. If you desire something, okay, all right, you will have it if you hold the line and you hold the vibration of that. If you can imagine it, you can create it, you can have it. And understand, right from sickness to poverty consciousness, that is the main thing we're taught from the moment we go to school. Oh, forget that. We're taught that in our own houses, aren't we? So let's see if we can do a flip switch. Have no judgment, just observe. Don't burn, but let's learn. And then guess what? Let's grow. Let's evolve. All right, let's take a look at the schedule. So, all right, so here it is. DOD 6-day advanced water fast. We did part 1 yesterday, 2-week preparation, whole plant-based keto diet, and DOD nutraceuticals. I went over everything thoroughly. This is part 2. Part 2, 2-week preparation, internal and external DOD therapies. And that's what we're going to talk about today. That's what today is. Now what's going to happen after today, you're going to have 8 personalized, okay, Q&As. That means that you'll be able to send your questions in or you can ask them live. There will not be Q&As on Saturday and Sunday, but every day throughout the next 2 weeks, you are going to have a Q&A that you can come on at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and you can ask the questions or send them in, and Lorraine and Sandra are going to answer them. Some of the shows I will be on, okay? Okay, so we'll have 8 personalized water fast, advanced water fast Q&As, okay? All right? For the 2-week during the 2-week preparation. Then we go to the DOD 6-day advanced water fast kickoff. Now the kickoff is where I'm coming back on, and guess what? And that would be 14 days from part 1. So that's 13 days from now, okay? And if you're watching this tomorrow, it'll be 12 or whatever that may be, okay? So now what we're gonna do is that the kickoff will be when we start the actual advanced water fast. Now the advanced water fast can be anywhere from 1 day to 6 days, or it could even be more, because we've had people that do this fast, have already done this fast over 10 times. Did you hear what I say? Because, and the next time we're doing this advanced water fast will be, okay, all right, will be in January, okay, because no sense in trying to do a fast with Halloween coming, okay, we got the sugar frenzy. Then we've got the buffet called Thanksgiving, where everybody's overeating. Then we've got another buffet and alcohol frenzy called Christmas. And then we've got the total alcohol frenzy called New Year's. So by then, everybody's going to be worn out and toxic, and then maybe they'll want to take personal massive action, okay? And I will be talking about how to survive the holidays, okay? And tricks and things you need to do. That'll be a show on its own. Okay, so after the actual kickoff, we're going to do 4 personalized 6-day advanced water fast Q&As. And then we're going to do DOD advanced water fast 3-day celebration. Because if you did an advanced water fast for 6 days, then it's going to take you 3 days to come out of it using things like celery juice, fresh coconut juice, or vegetable broth, or bone broth. But if you go back and look at part 1, you'll see I went through the whole thing right from the beginning to the end, okay? And then we have the DOD water fast 3-day, like I said, 3-day celebration, okay, where you work your way out, okay, and that happens at the end of the 6-day advanced water fast, like I just said. Then we do 2 personalized celebration acclimation Q&As, okay? And then we have DOD advanced water fast 2-week acclimation. Let me explain if this is the first time on here for everyone, okay? And that's this, is that we do 2 weeks at the very beginning before we do the 6-day advanced water fast, and then the 3 days coming out of it. Then we do another 2 weeks of the whole plant-based keto diet. So the whole plant-based 2-week diet is on the beginning and on the end. If you did this whole 26-day thing, your whole life would change on an emotional, physical, spirit level. You know, this isn't a false promise. And even if you don't get it 100% right, you know, you're just doing the best that you can. And don't worry, if you can't get it perfect, don't worry. You did do it perfect. You showed up. It doesn't matter how long you go. You showed up. That's the deal. You broke away from the majority. You broke away from the herd, and they're not headed off to a very good place, are they? Okay? All right, so DOD, 6-day advanced water fast, okay? 2-week, okay, that's the first thing we have. DOD, 6-day advanced water fast. We have, everything is color-coded, you see? So the 2-week water fast preparation is in yellow, okay? And it started on Thursday, September the 26th. That's us right now. And then we have the 8 Q&As, that's in purple. And what I'm talking about is when I go through all the slides now, take a look. If it's in yellow, it's the 2-week. If it's in purple, it's the 8 Q&A information. If it's the 6-day advanced water fast kickoff, then it's in blue. Do you understand? All the way down, it's color-coded. Okay? And here's the dates for everything that you need to know. All right. DOD Advanced Water Fasting Q&As. Send all your questions to support@docofdetox.com, and they will be answered on the next DOD Advanced Water Fasting live Q&A, or you can ask your questions live. Okay? So you have a choice. You can do it live on the platforms that allow it, okay? And the platforms that allow it are like Facebook, I think it's Instagram, I think it's also X, and I think also Rumble, if I'm correct, okay? All right. Okay, so everybody download the Braveheart Nation app for the 6-day advanced water fasting videos, guides, strategies, and protocols. They're all up in the app, okay? And you can get the BHN app. You can go to bhnapp.com, or you can download it on Google Play or on the Apple App Store, okay? Now, like I stated earlier, you need to get this. This is a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. Yes or no? You can drive down the street and you could even walk and you could be right where you need to get that drink, right where you need to get that food, right where you need to get that fix, and every one of them are toxic. If you actually wanted to put something really nourishing into your body, which most people don't want to do because they're so addicted to all the chemicals and the colors and the additives, and that's really it. They've got you already. You know, whether you believe this or not, but 99.9% of the population is drug addicted, and they're not even on drugs. That's just in their diet. It's what they drink, it's what they eat, it's what they do. And because the majority does it, nobody really takes a look at it. So you're not really tired, okay? You're poisoned. You're not really sick, you're poisoned. You're not really fat, okay? You're just poisoned. You're not psycho, they are. Okay, so everybody says, I cannot miss a meal. I get a headache, my blood sugar, my tummy rumbles. Understand, this is all things got to do with toxicity. This is all things got to do with you learning how to cleanse. But the majority of the population never going to buy into cleansing, because if you went to a medical doctor, they're going to go, it doesn't matter what you eat, it doesn't matter if you cleanse, none of this stuff. These are just charlatans that want to take your money, okay? I mean, you can have stage 4 cancer and they'll tell you it doesn't matter what you eat. They'll give you a cookie after they give you the x-ray. They'll give you a cookie after they give you the chemo. All right, if you can't see what's going on, then I'm not sure if you ever are going to, okay? All right, so sickness is a belief. From a wheelchair to a walker to a cane, let me tell you something. You can have inner dependence. Understand, and not where depends. And that's what most people are going to do. There's a whole row of them at Costco. And understand, instead of going from the cane to the walker to the cane to the walker to the wheelchair. Now we can go from the wheelchair to the walker to the cane. Do you think I'm kidding? How many people actually had canes 30 years ago, 50 years ago? Hardly anybody. How many people were in walkers? How many people actually were in wheelchairs? Seriously? How many people actually were going for surgeries for their low back and for their hips? And that's just pooping in your pelvis. That's at least 95% everybody has hip surgery and low back surgery, pooping in your pelvis. And where were all these cancers? Where were all these autoimmune diseases? Okay, well, guess what? When you're programmed to attack yourself, and that's what we're programmed to do, you won't just attack yourself with a toxic lifestyle, but while you're doing it to yourself, you're teaching it to others. Okay, the 4 pillars of the perfect day are, first of all, pillar number 1, whole plant-based keto diet. Please go take a look at, okay, the whole plant-based keto diet. Next one, pillar is high frequency nutrition, okay, and that would be nutraceuticals. We don't carry supplements. Everything has to have a high vibration to it, have a lot of light into it. I mean, when you take a product, you don't go, oh, I hope it's helping. You know it's helping. And remember something, the higher the vibrational vibration in the actual nutraceutical, everything below that vibration, it's kicking out. And then because we know how to do it right with Black Diamond, Black Gold, to lock the toxins down, you don't have to experience these negative symptoms when you detox. Nobody has to have a healing crisis. That's not true. You have healing breakthroughs. Pillar 3, exercise, doing the right exercise and using the right energy medicine. So you can go into the Perfect Day Guide, and you'll find that in the BHN app. You can download the whole Perfect Day Guide for free. It's a 555-page manual that is everything that I deem to be empowering for you that I've put together so that you can become your own practitioner, your own healer, because you can only heal yourself. Your body only heals itself. You've just got to give it the right strategies and tools. And the biggest pillar of all is emotional balance. Please go check out my Braveheart online intelligence masterclass. Okay, it's free. Okay, just go into the BHN app and go in there and get it started. Okay, go in and uncover and discover your authentic self. And authenticity is what? 400% stronger than love. When you find your authentic self, then you're going to find the highest vibration you can have on this planet. All right, the 6-day advanced water fast power pack, okay? And all the products that you see here can be actually taken in the 6-day advanced water fast. We tell you how to take them the proper way. You can even take MCT C60 oil. Guess what? You digest it in your mouth before you swallow it. You keep it there long enough, it becomes water. You can take the Thunder Shrooms, take them out of the capsule and put them into hot water, let them steep for 10 minutes, and then drink them. Remember something, I'm telling you right now that doing just a water fast, that is like not just old school, it's actually dangerous. I'm telling you that we need to support the body. We've never been so toxic. You ask anybody who goes to do a water fast, tell me they don't have headaches, aches, pains, feel nauseous, throwing up, okay? Because they aren't supporting their body, because most people don't have the energy in the body to fast properly, and the organs and the tissues and the joints are so toxic already that when you fast, that 70% of the energy that goes towards your diet is releasing all of this, and it's, guess what? You're causing more trouble. Oh yeah, you survive through that thing, okay? All right, you're going to feel better, but you're going to be exhausted, not for just days, but some people for weeks and months after that, because they were already had what they call chronic fatigue, which there is no such thing. It's just exhaustion and low oxygen levels, which if you knew, that was the main cause of everything. There is only one disease, and it's inflammation, inflame, and it burns up everything from your minerals to your oxygen. Okay, here's the keto diet. Now see, this is the whole plant-based keto diet that we do for 2 weeks. Okay, and yesterday would have been the starting day. And we'll actually do that for 2 weeks, and then we'll kick into the 6-day advanced water fast, and then 3 days coming out of the water fast. And then we will actually go into what we call the acclimation, which is 2 more weeks of the whole plant-based keto. And watch if you didn't just lose 80 to 90% of all your bloody addictions, your alcoholism, your drug addiction, your prescription drugs. And understand something, if you're on some really heavy-duty prescription drugs, then I want you to really do your research before you take on something like this. You could take on the whole plant-based keto diet, but maybe just start there, okay? Because anybody that's taking any more than 2 prescription drugs, and anybody that has an alcohol problem or a drug problem, or they've been addicted to drive-in foods, if you were to actually, you know, get on a whole plant-based keto diet, that would probably be enough for you, okay, to maneuver and juggle, okay? You go on an advanced water fast or a water fast, and it could whip right back in your face. Not the advanced one, but the water fast would. And I don't want you going on an advanced water fast until you take responsibility and, you know, find out. Those of you that are drug addicted, whether it's prescription drugs or whether it's street drugs, okay, make sure that you check with your doctor or your practitioner, all right? Okay, so this is the actual 2-week preparation and acclimation, meaning the 2 weeks on the front, 2 weeks on the back. This is how you take these products. And you're not going to take them all. That's why I suggest to everyone, and you know what? I've been bashed for it, okay? I've been actually bashed in an article that we're charging $95 to actually teach people how to do an advanced water fast and then give them lifetime support with their health, and that we're ripping them off. Understand, you know what, it gets a little annoying after a while. You know, why is it, okay, if I'm just using things from nature and I've explained everything that 1 and 1 are 2, not 11, and I go A, B, C, and I show everybody what I do. There's nobody more open than me. Why are they so threatened? Why are continually, not just the media, not just, you know, agencies out there, but why is the majority of the population so upset about eating right, thinking right, living right? Well, because we don't understand that our belief systems rule us, school us, fool us, and your belief systems say to you, well, you know what, you're not dead yet, but you know, don't do that, that's too different. And if the majority of the population isn't drinking it or eating it, you don't want to do it, do you? Because you need to fit in. Well, guess what? You don't want to fit in or you're going to get done in, okay? Anyways, this is the schedule right here, and it tells you how to do the nutraceuticals, all right? And understand, we're here for you for Q&As. You could call my phone number, which is 469-861-8884, or text me. I'm going to answer you. You can do it on WhatsApp or direct. It's my Texas, USA phone number, because when we're not living here, we're living in Texas, okay? And this shows the rest of the day, okay, with the nutraceuticals, and right to the end of the day. So there's 3 pages here, and it explains things to you, all right? Do you know why people fail? Because they don't have a strategy. Do you know why people fail? Because they don't have support. And I support my practitioners more than I believe and my practitioners and clients, patients, more than any other practitioner out there. I have the largest library in the world. The BHN app, you can track your progress in things that you do. It's the largest health app, and it just came out just a few days ago. And when it came out, we had 1 million impressions on that app, okay? So tell me that people aren't longing for it and not wanting it, okay? Proof in the pudding, okay? All right, so exercises, all right? Now, again, I'm going to tell everyone that if you go into the do-it-yourself guide, okay, in the website, go into the do-it-yourself guide, you'll be able to watch videos on every one of these things. If you download the Perfect Day Guide, if you go to the BHN app, all the pictures and all the instructions of everything I have right here is right there. Lionheart breathing, okay? You know, if you were to practice Lionheart breathing throughout your day, we call that a walking meditation. If you focus on breathing 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, with a slight smile. That's called a walking meditation. People say to me, do you meditate? Yeah, I meditate, I contemplate, I pray, but guess what? Nothing's more powerful than walking through the day with my walking meditation, because it doesn't matter what crisis, what chaos goes on. Guess what? Nothing's going to rock me. I'm going to stay centered. You can only heal in the present moment. You can only change your personality in the present moment. And you can only get the right answer in the present moment, because the present moment is owned by the heart. And you find that God spot in your heart. Because if you're not in the present moment, if you're in the future, in the past, when you make a decision, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make the wrong decision. And you're going to be left to clean up a mess physically, emotionally, and mentally. Okay, Lionheart breathing. Go check it out. It's not hard. Okay, belly button therapy. All right, we're going to be going through that in a few minutes. So before rising, before bed, and throughout the day, we're going to do the Lionheart breathing, right, guys? And we're going to keep reminding ourselves, and we're going to wear what we call a love band, and we're going to keep on snapping that band to keep us in the present moment. This is a kiss, okay? And the band is snug as a hug because I love myself. I'm going to stop judging myself. I'm going to observe myself. And I'm going to let everything go that is an invisible bond that bonds me and shackles me in this life from now on. I am not going to believe in any belief system that makes me a sinner. I am a winner. That judges me and puts me in an invisible jail. It's not going on. I do not need approval from anyone. I will not take things personal, because if you want to find your authentic self, you will be attacked by the herd, which is your family, your friends, and they don't mean to do it. They were just programmed to do it, so you're going to let them off the hook. You're not going to judge them. You're going to observe them, and you're going to have unconditional love for yourself and for them, and just let them know that, guess what? You want to learn how to love yourself so that you can love your life more, so that you can love them more. What better gift is it to give to people? So start with the Lionheart breathing, belly button therapy, before rising, before bed, and throughout the day. Okay, when you're feeling stressed or anxiety, you do belly button therapy. We'll be going through that in a moment. It releases more dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins than anything else you can do. Hey, why don't you go and do yoga for an hour? Or you could do belly button therapy for 5 to 7 minutes, and you'll have a 20 to 25% more stretch. Because guess what? The hormones and chemicals move at lightning speed when you do belly button therapy, because your belly button is actually hooked up, okay? Hooked up to what? Your parasympathetic, which is called your vagus nerve, which is called the wandering nerve. And when you trigger that nerve, you're dumping all the love vibes, all the love chemicals, and that makes you relax, and that helps you to be in the present moment instead of in fight or flight. So I've got people that will do belly button therapy not once a day, not twice a day, but a few times a day, to keep on bringing them. Because remember what I said? You throw a little pebble in, okay? All right, that would be like a little bit of emotion. You can keep doing it, a little bit of happiness, a little bit I love myself, I want to care for myself. Or you can put a boulder and keep dropping that boulder, which means that you're going to come up through your God spot in your heart, and you're going to know that, guess what? You've never been judged. You're not a sinner. You're a winner. Okay? And you're going to focus on what you want in your life, and you're going to do what's called the Braveheart Heroes contract. And if you don't know what that is, go back into the other part 1 that I did yesterday. Watch part 1, but a Braveheart Heroes contract is where you're just going to give a whole new set of rules, that if you were in charge of your life, if you were the master of your life, if you totally loved and cared for yourself, and you lived where you wanted to live, and live who you want to live with, and be what you want to be, what would that look like? And then you review it every morning and every night for 33 days, and guess what? You'll have your authentic self. What about that? What about that? Ultimate coffee enema. We don't do coffee enemas. They're dangerous, and I'll tell you why. Because most people have autoimmune disease, which means that they have a screen door like in a submarine in their large intestine, and we don't want to be dumping the worst chemicals in our body into the large intestine just to reabsorb them. So you got to check out the Ultimate Coffee Enema. It can be done once a day or twice a day, and depending on the person. This is why I say, why wouldn't you spend $95 to get a consultation and then to get support for life? And when we don't have these fastings, the 6-day advanced water fastings, it's $150. Nobody charges this price. Nobody charges this price. I charge as little as I can for everything I do because we need to keep the doors open and I need to pay everybody that's working with me to help you. Massive personal action and take like an hour a day where you're going to watch videos, where you're going to read, where you're going to investigate because you're bloody well worth it. Let's take that price tag that somebody stuck on you that has no value and let's put unlimited value. And let's start saying no when we need to say no and yes when we need to say yes. If you're interested in the Ultimate Coffee Enema, you need to read about it. It's really simple to do. The biggest problem will be here to get over this, especially for men. You do 3 of those and you're going to go, why didn't anybody ever push me into this before? Oh my God, I feel so good. You know, when that car you drive, you change the oil, the filter maybe every 3 months, 4 months, if you're looking after it. When's the last time you had your filter and oil changed? That would be the cleansing of your liver. And the best way to do it is not through orally, but rectally. You got it, okay? And the only way the coffee should be taken is up the rectum, and it should be the green organic coffee. You can read about it and get yourself a stainless steel bucket from us. We have all of the products, and we're going to give you all of the support, okay? And don't forget that all of our products are on sale for this fasting, okay? All right, pelvic activation squats, we lost. As soon as they gave us a toilet, we put our legs together, and then we got to squeeze it out. You know, you can think what you want of the East Indian people that actually squat and then they wash their butt with a hose, okay? But guess what? It's more sanitary than using paper, toilet paper that has embalming fluid in it, okay? And other chemicals that most people don't know about. And when you wipe, you're not getting it all off. Water gets it off. So you can think that they're the ones that are disgusting, but at the end of the day, who really is, okay? All right, so just understand it's only natural to squat. It's only natural to squat when you give birth, but we don't even do that anymore, do we? No, everything's got to be, we got to be made to suffer. They change all the rules to bring in the suffering, okay? Wow, and then are you one of those people that say, you know what, I've learned so much through my suffering, I'd give that up if I were you. Okay, I would be learning so much for the unconditional love that I have for myself and for the world. Thank you. All right, so crab stretch, I invented that. Go take a look. It's in the Perfect Day Guide, or you can go to the Do It Yourself Guide and watch the video. Would you like to stretch out your scaps, your spine, your shoulders, your neck, get rid of all that tension? Well, guess what? It'll do it. You should be doing the pelvic squats and the crab stretch morning and night. Before everything and anything else, you got to open yourself up. Open and let go. Okay? All right? Lighten the load. Become the light. Okay? Therapeutic vomiting. A lot of people think that we're crazy when we talk about therapeutic vomiting. But guess what? If people did therapeutic vomiting, they'd see a lot of their, what they call cancer, I call stage 4 inflammation, leave their body. Okay, you got to understand the stomach is the guard dog, and most people's stomachs are so screwed up, and they need to be washed out as well. Go look at it before you judge me. You know what? Are you the type of person, if something new comes in your life, you go, no, no, no? You know what? I'm going to tell you, I got friends like that, where the wife or the husband is so open, okay, and then the other one isn't, and everything new, and I love them anyway, because they don't have to have my beliefs, but it takes a few repetitions and then they go, oh my God, and then they buy into it. It's the way that we've been set up by our parents and by our teachers, and everybody's got different belief systems because they have different things that happen in their life, different teachers, different religions. Oh yeah, so you know what? I expect nothing from anyone, but I expect me to at least offer. I expect me to have unconditional love for my brothers and sisters, no matter if they like me, don't like me, no matter what their belief systems are. Clapping, okay, clapping has been going on for thousands of years, and you can clap a lump, a bump goodbye. You can clap swelling goodbye. You could clap eczema, psoriasis goodbye. You could clap pain in your body goodbye. And understand something, issues in your tissues. The psychological rules the biological, and if you can't process something that is negative then you're going to store it in that organ or that part of the body that equals the vibration of that, okay? All right? I mean, people will hide the stuff that they're disgusted with down in their bowel. Well, who's going to look in their poop, right? People don't understand that if you have the fear of loss, you can have kidney problems. If you have a lot of hate, okay, then you're going to have gallbladder problems and liver problems. I can keep going on with this, and I can prove it. If you go and watch The Emotional Chemistry of Cancer, Disease, and Healing, okay, which is a masterclass that I put together, which was the biggest study about cancer, and you'll see that, you know, emotions are tied right in it. Emotions are the seed that create it. Okay? All right? Okay, the next thing that we will be talking about is DOD skin brushing. Again, go to the Perfect Day Guide. Go to the Do-It-Yourself guide at bhnapp.com. DOD Cocoa Salt Glow, Epsom Salt Glow. Do you want the most beautiful skin in the world? Do you want to get rid of your wrinkles? Do you want to get rid of your aches and pains? Do you want to have your joints not as stiff? Tesla Hyperwear, these are these glasses. There's only one pair of glasses in the world that will take blue light and transform it into healing light to heal your brain and heal your eyes. Blue blockers don't work, and that's the deal. And understand something. All this LED lighting, you can't change the lights, but I'm going to tell you, we will not have LED lighting in our house. Next thing is, all my phones, all my computers have night shift. They don't have blue light on them. Also, I have a grounding mat. You can look at some of the most top stuff for grounding mats and things on my website, and you're gonna see that if you spend an hour in front of blue light, you need to be an hour grounding every day. And that's why you need to have a grounding mat on your bed. You need a grounding mat under your feet if you are sitting in front of a computer. You need it even if you're not in front of a computer. We need to ground. We get direct frequency from the earth and from hugging people. But from all of technology, we get a pulsing frequency, and you can't see it. It pulses so fast, but it's disturbing our nervous system, and it's making us acidic. And understand something, it's called AC/DC. I love the band, but guess what? Can't have that kind of music playing 24/7, and that is AC/DC. It's on and off current, and it disturbs your nervous system. It destroys you. Oh my God, really? Traveling, all these guys that are traveling, I don't see women with them. I have not seen any women. I see guys with wireless ear pods. There's no rumor, they're getting a tumor. Okay, people that put the phone here, once you put the phone here for just 3 minutes, you'll have 15 to 20 minute radiation imprint in your bones and tissues. Yeah, isn't that just great? Okay, it's time to wake up. Okay, this is why it's not selfish. It's being centered into self, and know that this is a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure down here. We also have DOD crystals. See, for EMF protection, all right, for the house, for the body, for children. We have DOD Smart Guard for the telephone. Okay, we have Avicen, which Avicen is about 400% more powerful than an infrared sauna, and you put your hand into it. It'll put you into a parasympathetic state, okay, within 5 to 7 minutes. 3 out of 4 times you'll fall asleep, if that tells you anything. Biotron, full spectrum light, okay, it's probably the least expensive energy medicine light, and it's been around for 27 years, and it's the most powerful. It's got a fluorine lens, the same as here, and with a fluorine lens, you've got the C60 molecule embedded into the lens. So with the full spectrum light and the fluorine lens, we're going right into the bone with the top healing. If you've got skin problems, you've got acne, you've got pain, you've got depression, I mean, do you know how many plastic surgery clinics use the Biotron because it heals so fast? It's the most beautiful thing. And if you're not around sunlight, then you want to really take a look at this. It'll make you smile. Okay, it'll bring the sunshine back into your life. Crystal Light energy panel. Well, what we do is we sell a vitamin D light, and then we sell pure crystal panels to make it into crystal vitamin D. And if anybody has been following me or you look at the information on my website, just know this, we've only got 10 sets left of the crystal panels. So those crystal panels are what they're selling for. Guess what? Once they're gone, we can't buy them again. They have tripled in price. And there's no way, it's right out of our range. Just like things are, you know, I don't know where people are getting all these excuses why they're blowing things through the roof. I haven't raised my prices in 9 years. We actually closed down 3 fulfillment houses to bring everything to 1 fulfillment house so we didn't have to raise our prices during, they call it inflation. It's not. There's no such thing as inflation. There's just a money grab going on by the bankers and the psycho-billionaires. So that's the truth. I mean, I'm not trying to start trouble here. I think trouble's already brewing, don't you think? Okay? It's just that people don't really understand, and guess what? You'll never be told the truth. Because, you know what? They can't have you knowing the truth. They can't have you knowing that you are a powerful energy, medicine, electromagnetic spirit. They want you to always think that you're a dumbed down piece of meat. Okay, so Power Pack Healing. This is our clinics. We have them around the world. I'm here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and we have what's called the DoD 5-star clinic, and go to DoD5star.com. And we have the Cell Sonic Regeneration, the Cardio Med Bed there, and all kinds of the world's best energy medicine equipment that people just use for free when they come. Okay? So you can check those 2 things out. All right? Again, Ultimate Coffee Enema. So what you need in an Ultimate Coffee Enema is basically organic coffee, stainless steel bucket, and black gold. That's how people usually make it. People on the run, they will, when we use it for children, we use Tummy Love, everyone. That's why you see the Tummy Love. But when people on the run, they'll use Black Diamond. And after they make the coffee and do everything they're supposed to do, they'll put Black Diamond in. But if you can take the time, do it with the black gold. And the reason why it's the black gold, the Tummy Love, the Black Diamond, is because everything you dump from your liver will be sucked up by this pure humic fulvic, which we make the only pure humic fulvic that I know of without chemicals on the planet. That's the truth. So if we're going to dump a bunch of chemicals from our liver that have been in there for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, we don't want to reabsorb it and have it go into our bloodstream and then just go throughout our body. That could be kind of crazy, don't you think? So we're going to lock it down. With the Black Diamond and the black gold, or whether the Tummy Love, what it does is it locks it down right away so that you don't have to experience these toxins. And when it locks it down and it comes out of your body, it stays in there for eternity. It's not like you're releasing these toxins back into the environment. Pretty cool, right? And do not mistake this for Shilajit. Shilajit is a, let me put it to you this way. Let's call Shilajit glass and let's call this a diamond, okay? We're talking about vibration, we're talking about how it works on the body. I mean, this product here will suck up 400% of its weight in parasites, heavy metals, and chemicals. It will drop off, okay, 60 to 70 minerals and micronutrients to the body. And it also will help to turn around the bad bacteria in your large intestine into good bacteria. I mean, there's nothing like this. You can do charcoal, that's way down there. That's way down. Shilajit, way down there. Zeolite, way down there. Do your own work, do your own research, okay? And then you be the judge. All right, so we do what's called the vaginal infusion and a rectal infusion. And I'm not going to go into it in detail, but the girls are going to be doing it, and they're going to be doing a full blown out video. But I told you that if you go to the Do-It-Yourself Guide in the BHN app, or you go to the Perfect Day Guide, it is spelled out step by step for you. Understand, women, okay? How would you like to get rid of low back pain? How would you like to get rid of hip pain? How would you like to get rid of, help your body get rid of, okay? Ovarian cysts, endometriosis, fibroids, bladder infection. How about infertility? You know, all these things are caused because of infection, creating inflammation, causing scar tissue formation and calcification. Welcome to the truth. Welcome to hardly any natural health practitioner is going to tell you this, or any medical doctor for sure never tell you this. He's going to just tell you I'm a quack and I'm out after your money. So what I would suggest is, just to prove them wrong, look for the same type of product, do the vaginal infusion that we show you, and I guarantee you, you're going to see changes. Women don't realize that you will absorb, depending on the thickness and how much mucus, how much thickness you have in your skin and your vaginal canal, you will absorb these nutrients 500 to 1,000% more than taking it orally. And why wouldn't you go directly to the problem? And how many women out there know that you will not have a breast problem unless you have an ovary problem? And understand, when you start doing the vaginal infusion and you release that goddess power that you have, okay? Now we can do the same thing rectally, and understand something. When you do it, it's always best to actually, are you ready? Okay. You can put in a vibrational unit into the vaginal canal before or after. Some people like it before, some people like it after, but if you do it before, you're going to increase the blood supply. Do you understand? Into the area. Then you do the vaginal infusion. Do you want to heal? Do you really want to heal? Then you better do something different than everybody else who tried to heal the same thing that you have and they haven't. Now, as far as men go, we know that prostate cancer is going through the roof, has gained a 400% increase in the last 5 years, and it's going to go even just rocket ship. Okay, so men should be doing rectal infusion using that black vibrator, that rectal vibrator, and they should be doing, putting into the rectum, okay, you get somebody that has a prostate problem and they're swollen and they can't walk, and then they take like the C60 hemp oil and they soak it, and then they put that rectal vibrator into their rectum, and then they vibrate for anywhere from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, okay? And start off slow vibration, and guess what? And they can hardly walk because of a prostate problem, okay? Or a bladder problem, and guess what? They're going to be able to get up and probably walk. You've got to get the circulation back. Understand something. When somebody's inflamed, they're not inflamed because they have too much circulation. They have too much inflammation. Perfect circulation means perfect health. And that's why we use the cardio med bed on people that have the so-called irreversible problems that we can reverse, right to you've got to have heart surgery because you've got a 93% blockage, and we can prove that within 35 to 40 hours on a cardio med bed, they have a brand new set of arteries. Or what about the person that, they can no longer get it up, and then just after doing about 20 hours, it's back. Hello, he's back. Okay, neuropathy or any problem, go look at cardiomedbed.com, or just go into the BHN app and check that out. But see, all of these things here, they look like they're overwhelming, but they're not. Everything's laid out for you. If you do it just one time, give me a call, and why don't you give us a testimonial? Because nobody else is doing this work. Nobody else is doing this work. So it's like just about, lately it's like once every 6 months I get attacked, okay? Why? Well, because we're giving people back their power. And just tell me, what things in here are toxic? None of it. What here is nutraceutical nutrition with the highest vibration? All of it. Buy into you. Buy into caring for you, please. Okay. All right. So therapeutic vomiting, please go read about it. This is not about bulimia, anybody. This is, everybody just, you know what? Let's take a good thing and let's corrupt it and make sure nobody does it, okay? The way that we do the therapeutic vomiting, okay, it saves lives, okay? How often do you have a heartburn? How often do you feel sick to your stomach? How often do you have headaches? I could keep going if you wanted, okay? But the reality is this: therapeutic vomiting is going to bring back the proper pH to your stomach. Did you know that? Oh yeah, believe it or not, whatever we wash out of toxins is going to get better. So please check out Therapeutic Vomiting. We'll be taking different subjects, okay, with the Q&As, okay? So we'll have different subjects with the Q&As. Now, most people don't know this. In Canada, we carry THC and CBD. We carry it in a liquid, so anybody wants to know, you can call up and order it. But the reality is, everybody, okay, is this. Nothing works better than a CBD bullet, okay? We also have a THC CBD bullet as well. But the CBD, 250 milligram CBD bullet, was been studied by many scientists and doctors to prove that you can do a 250 milligram CBD bullet up the rectum, and it will actually affect stage 4 inflammation all the way to brain. Okay? To the big C in the brain. Now, so what you do is, again, is you put the best way is you can use it vaginally or you can use it rectally, and guess what? When you do CBD orally, you absorb 15%. When you do it rectally or vaginally, you actually absorb no less than 60%. Better bang for your buck, eh? And also much healing. And you can go look this up and do your own research. Now, so what you do is you put the vibrator in, you create the blood flow into the area. You can bring the vibrator back out, put the CBD bullet in, and then put the vibrator back in, and then now the absorption goes right through the roof. And we know that what CBD does, it does make you high, and the CBD bullet goes in and it helps to reduce inflammation and pain in the body. And if you do that, then you can restore the healing. Remember, the more pain you're in, the less you're healing. If we can get rid of the pain, which is the inflammation that is eating up the oxygen, eating up the minerals, making you acidic, okay? The only reason why any part of your body we call cancer is because of the absence of oxygen. And when we eat up the minerals, that aids to the absence of oxygen. 35% more absence of oxygen for 3 days, boom, you get what they call the big C, okay? All right. Belly button therapy, we talked about it already. Understand something. It takes 5 minutes. It's the most powerful thing you can do to release the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. You can see all the instructions in the Perfect Day Guide by just going to the bhnapp.com, okay? Or go into the Do-It-Yourself Guide, and you'll see me there playing with my belly button. And what are we going to do after we do that? We're going to put in, guess what? We're going to put in 2 drops of frankincense or frankincense, which is more powerful, and 2 drops of hemp oil. And then we're going to activate 70,000 nerve endings to heal. This is bringing the thunder down. You go ahead. Why don't you go and get all the blood tests you need and go get all the x-rays and all the ultrasounds and go see this specialist or that specialist, or become the master of your body. Start having faith in that which created you, that you are the creator of your body, and it all starts with here. So change your personality, change your reality. I'm not telling you not to work with your doctor. I'm just trying to say that don't put it in his hands. All he's going to say is, we'll keep an eye on that for you until the next time you come, okay? All right. Clapper. Okay, just so you know, everybody, I clap every other day for an hour and a half. I don't do it every day, but I clap every other day for if I have a pain somewhere, okay, first of all, if I have a pain somewhere, I'm going to clap it. Right now, I'm going to clap it. And that pain's going to be gone. Because guess what? All swelling, all stiffness, all redness, and all pain is a blockage, scar tissue, or calcification or crystallization. And clapping moves it out. There's no such thing as you're going to get a stroke or a heart attack. And understand something, most of us are such victims that you'll never clap hard enough. But if you go into, okay, Clapping for Health Guide, okay, or the Do-It-Yourself Guide, which has all the videos in it, in my bhnapp.com, you're going to see it step by step and unleash the power to heal. When you clap, try clapping here in your heart and lung meridian, and clap here for 5 minutes. 5 minutes and clap on skin and clap that hard, okay? And then don't become the pain or the sting. Just do it. The more purple it becomes, the more black it becomes, the more toxic you are in your lungs and heart. That's right, you heard what I said. That's the meridian. And understand something. Healthy people don't bruise. People that are sick and decomposing while they're still alive, okay, they bruise without banging into anything. Tell me I'm wrong. You know, it's one thing, I get these people just bantering at me. But you know what? Where are they? Why don't you come on my show? Thank you. You know, just because it's different doesn't make it a lie. Just because everybody's doing it doesn't make it true, does it? Because if it was true, then why are we still doing it and not getting results? Why are we sicker than we've ever been before? And why is everybody doing the same dang thing over and over again? We're just programmed, aren't we? No wonder they're bringing robots in. They're going, yeah, let's bring the robots in because these guys are robots. But guess what? Robots don't get sick, and they just keep working. They don't want sick days. I get it. But meanwhile, these psychos, the same one that are bringing the robots, are the ones that poison us. And we go and buy their food. BlackRock, Vanguard own 95% of all supermarket chains around the world. Thank you very much. They're also the ones that, with the next crisis, okay, whether it's anybody that gets voted in to the presidency, okay, they're going to be the ones, okay, pulling the strings. You think I'm kidding? Why don't you go back and take a look at every president and you'll find out it's BlackRock and Vanguard. It was BlackRock and Vanguard that told Trump to go in to do, what was it, warp speed? Okay, you know the story? It was them, okay? Understand something. Find out who's really behind the curtain. All right, you need to be in front of the curtain and pull back all the curtains, and you need to start clapping. You want to get rid of stress? I will clap my neck, my face, my head for an hour to an hour and a half every second day. Gets rid of my stress, you know? Because guess what? When you are out there trying to create something that the majority of the population isn't buying into, hey, you know what? I don't take it personal. I don't need their approval, but you know, it can be a little stressful, so I'm gonna clap it out, okay? And it's the best self-diagnosis you'll ever do, okay? You got a pain somewhere, you clap it, you bruise, you know you're toxic, and you know you've got decomposing tissue, all right? You wanna get rid of lumps and bumps and pains, okay? Clap. Clap yourself back to health, okay? All right, dry skin brushing. So, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. We have our dry skin brush is made out of hemp wood, and it's cactus fiber. And you want a dry skin brush, you want to do it towards your heart, go look it up. And how would you like to have beautiful skin? Okay, I'm 67. I'm not telling you that my skin is that beautiful, but just think how bad I'd look if I didn't do skin brushing. And if I didn't, and when I go to the beach, I do what's called a sand scrub, and I scrub my whole body with the sand, the wet sand at the beach, and I get the magnesium into me, and I just scrub everywhere. And that's how, it's all about circulation. It's all about exfoliating the dead skin cells. It's all about helping out your body. So you start with skin brushing, and it explains it in the book. Thank you. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is Epsom salt scrub. So what you do is you get Epsom salts. You wet it down to the consistency of wet sand. Okay, then you put a little stool in your shower. You're dry, you're naked. You scrub your whole body. And when you get the Epsom salts out, it's wet to the consistency of sand. If you've got essential oils, I like adding Muscle Restore, lots of it, to mine. And I'll take the Epsom salts and I'll do a finger. Really get in there. It gets rid of arthritis. It gets rid of pains and strains. Gets rid of a lot of the wrinkles. Makes you feel light because it's all about circulation. So you want to do all your fingers. Then you want to scrub your hands. And then you want to scrub your wrists. Then you really want to scrub here, and then scrub around each joint, because your joints are like a river, and that's where you accumulate waste, is in the joints. So if you want to get rid of it, let's get the circulation going. Bring up the vibration. Move that stuff out. Okay, remember, you got lymph nodes here, you got lymph nodes here, lymph nodes here, you got lymph nodes here. Okay, behind your knees, behind your ankles, and your groin. Okay, so You want to work those areas, and you want to use it with the skin brush, the clapper. You want to clap right over your lymph nodes. You want to skin brush your lymph nodes. You want to salt glow your lymph nodes, okay? Read the book. I could go through it all, but we'd be here all day. The girls are going to do this in the Q&As, and you can just go into the library and grab onto this stuff or go into the Perfect Day, okay? So then you can do what's called, one sec, a cocoa salt glow. If I took 10 pounds of Epsom salts, wet it down, then I would take 1/10, which would be 1 pound of coconut oil, and mix it in. Now you could actually go and into the shower. You're dry, and what you do is you scrub your whole body, and then you have a shower, and you come out moisturized. Try that one, okay? And then here's one for you. Those of you who want to get rid of those love handles, and anywhere you have cellulite, but please don't do a big area. Just do a small area first to test it out. You take 1 cup of Epsom salts, wet it down to the consistency of wet sand. Then you put 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and you mix that in there, okay? And then you scrub the area. Just do a small patch. Just maybe, I'll just do this love handle today and I'll do that love handle. Or I'll just do this leg here on the cellulite and I'll see what happens. Understand, you're going to scrub that in, the magnesium goes in, the extra circulation, and the cayenne goes in, and it helps to break down those fat cells. Everything's about circulation, guys. If you had great circulation, you wouldn't be fat. If you had great circulation, you wouldn't be underweight. If you had great circulation, you wouldn't have cellulite, okay? And understand something right now. Fat cells hold heavy metals, toxicity, acidity, chemicals. What holds more than fat cells? Cellulite. What holds more than cellulite? Scar tissue. What holds more than scar tissue? A fibroid. What holds more than a fibroid? A tumor. Do you understand? The more higher you go, the more concentrated it becomes. And that's why we grow things inside of us to store bad bacteria, pus, chemicals, heavy metals, and all the stuff that we have not been trained on how to actually remove in a perfect day. I never have to do a parasite cleanse again, a fungal cleanse. I don't have to do any heavy metal cleanse because I have what's called a perfect day. And we teach you that. How would you like to never have to be an emergency or run to the rescue anymore? How about that? How about the only time you would need a doctor is if you actually were an emergency? And understand, if you knew how to love, honor, and respect yourself from the moment you rise until you close your eyes, you'd have that nailed. We talked about the pelvic squats. There's 3 different pelvic squats that you should do. This will open up your whole pelvic area. That is the holy grail for men and women. If you don't want to have trouble down in River City, then you better start doing it, and you do it in the morning and you do it at night. Please go read the guide, okay? Or go into the do-it-yourself guide and watch the video. All right? And then we have what I call a crab stretch. It's all step by step, and if you go into the Perfect Day guide, it tells you each way along the way what to do, and you can open up your whole upper body. Why do you want to feel like you've got a headache or a vice grip, or you're really hurting your shoulders, or your scaps are frozen? Why do you want that? You know, pain is a distraction. It's a disruption. You're not going to ever get done what you want to get done. You're never going to be able to fulfill your passion and purpose in life if you're in pain. You do get that, right? Pain is a drain. And you're in pain because they're draining us of our energy on purpose. Just like they're draining us of our electrons through our phones, our computers, LED lighting, Wi-Fi. You think I'm kidding? Do your homework. It's called science, real science. Okay, 4 self-loving steps. Okay, so we already talked about it. Lion heart breathing, slight smile. Okay, step number 4, the Braveheart Way, the love band. This is so big. When I was much younger, quarter century ago, I actually took my, that was a little longer than that. Anyways, I took my daughter's hairband, put it around here. I got to a point where I said, I cannot live like this anymore. And it wasn't because I said I was going to die. I never did that. It wasn't where I was at. It's just that I was going to live like everybody else. There's no way. There's no way. They tell us you can have something, but you don't ever get it. You're always trying to strive, always trying to get it. What a bunch of BS. Dysfunctional belief system, not buying into it. Never want to be part of I don't want to be part of the majority or the minority. I want to be part of the minority, okay? Because those are the ones that rise on this planet. Next, So the reality is this is called the Love Band, Life Band. 3, 2, 1, I got this. It says right on here. So when I pull that, that's a kiss. I'm kissing myself all day long. Pretty soon that's going to be illegal too. Okay? All right? So I'm going to pull the band. It's going to snap me back into the present moment. That's the only place you have power. You don't have power in the future hanging out there or in the past, okay, where somebody's guilted you, whether it's been through your religion or through your parents or through your lovers. Who cares? You know, process through your heart, learn, don't burn, observe, and say, where can I change? I just want to evolve, okay? I want to evolve, all right? So it doesn't matter, okay? A little bit of a negative thing, you just go, that's the old me. I got this. I want this. I am this. Okay, I used to pull the band 30 times an hour. I used to go through a love band every day, every 2 days. I'm not making that up. And that love band wasn't a love band, it was a hair band. So if you don't want one of our love bands, get a hair band. Get a big enough one that maybe you can tie a knot in it and grab it and pull it, because I'm not trying to sell you anything. If I could sell you on loving and caring for yourself and you never spent a dime with me, a nickel for me, what do I really care? I do believe in God. I believe in the creator of everything, but differently than 9,999 people out of 10,000, because I don't believe that God has ever judged us. I believe that, you know, we came down here to rise. You know, I believe that it's teamwork that makes the dream work. And understand something. Most people are creating nightmares for themselves, and most people are never going to heal. Okay, because guess what? They don't deserve it, right? They don't deserve it. Well, let me tell you something. You have always done your best. You have always done your best with what you have to work with. And they've given us hardly anything. They've lied to us. You are beautiful. And if you don't realize that, then nobody's going to be able to help you. Okay, so loving step number 5, the Braveheart way. Get into the mirror. Do the Braveheart oath. In the mirror, or at least look in the mirror and say, I love you, I will protect you, I will honor you. I will only make high vibrational decisions today. I will not eat crap. I will not speak crap. Understand something right now. Stinking thinking. Most people have it because we've been programmed for it. You have to reprogram yourself. You got to become the master programmer. Braveheart way, step number 9. Couples and personal love connection, just like the mirror work. He's trying to connect to himself, okay? In step number 5, the couple's connection can be done with your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. It could be done with your lover, okay? It could be done with anyone. And you just need to sit there, and what you do, go into the guide and look. Go to BHN app and look into the guide, or like the do-it-yourself videos. They're all in there. And what you're going to do is, one person's going to sit and spread their legs like a V. The other person's going to face them, and their legs are going to come over top of their legs, and you're going to put your arms around them. They're going to put their arms around you, and then you're going to look in each other's eyes, and you're going to connect to the lion heart breath, have a slight smile. And for 10 minutes, you're just going to sit there and say nothing. You're going to have your phones turned off and away, and nobody's going to bother you. And you're going to make sure you took a pee. You're going to make sure that you're not going to scratch your nose, so scratch whatever's itchy, and sit there for 10 minutes. And then after you're done, if you've done it with someone, talk about what you felt, what went through your mind. You want to know something? Do you know how many relationships that were right on the verge of divorce, and they did the couples connection every day for 33 days, and they've never had better relationships? That's how this can work. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on your partner. Don't give up on your children. Don't give up on the people in this world. People have been programmed to hate themselves. So what do you think is going to happen if you hate yourself? You're going to hate others. You're going to go to war with yourself. You're going to go to war with others. I will not go to war with my body. I will not go to war with anybody, no matter how they see me. Okay, 6-day advanced water fast. Must be tailored to suit each personality. So that's why we tell you to just pay the $95, get the consultation, but I leave that up to you. You can go and read the Advanced Water Fast Guide. You can watch part 1, which was yesterday, and you can make your own notes, and then you can call us. We don't mind answering questions, but if you want a full consultation, an hour long, and then continual support, no matter how often you call, we will honor and respect your calls. Every question matters because you matter. You know what? You need to matter for other people to believe that you matter. Do you ever get that? Stop being a rug and people won't be wiping their feet on you. Okay, stop being a nice guy and nice girl. Start being beautiful to yourself. Okay, start pricing yourself at a higher vibration, at a higher level. Whether you do 1 day or 40 days, doesn't matter. You showed up. Okay? Cat naps are essential. Lay your head down during the fast or throughout any program and give yourself a little break. Just shut your eyes, lay down. If 1 minute, 3 minutes, it doesn't matter if you have to do it throughout the day. You want to be successful. Say no whenever possible to everything else. Say yes to you through and through. 6-day advanced water fast can be repeated every 6 weeks. Learn to heal, stay healthy for life. The power of self-love and self-care is what they are scared of. If you can embrace self-love and self-care till you become unconditional love and care on this planet, all right? That means you won't have to forgive yourself or anybody else. Because I already told you, everybody's doing their best. But you know what we do when somebody's doing their best? And if they mess up, we punish them, don't they? Because we were punished from day one since we got here. So we punish each other continually. I will never play that game again. I will never punish anyone. I'll say, listen, hey, in this house, it's unconditional love for everyone, okay? You need to find your faith in yourself, in that which you call God or source. And you got to find that inner power, that God spot in your heart. Process everything through your heart. The heart is 5,000 times stronger than the brain in vibration and light. Does everybody understand something? When you really start and you start doing your Braveheart Heroes contract, when you start doing the Braveheart loving steps, and when you start making movements like this, do you know that you take your actual field from 3 feet to 39 feet out? Did you know that that's how far out we can vibrate with our energy? That is our spirit. They call it aura, they call it grid, they call it the field. This is real science. Thank you very much. You know, it's the craziest thing, eh? The medical system will use tests that are always testing our energy in our field, but they don't believe in spirit. Thank you very much. I think we got a little bit of a mix-up going on here. So unconditional and limitless, that's what you are, okay? That's what you are. So when doing the fast, I already told you, if you're going to do the 2-week whole plant-based keto, then you would do like the 6-day advanced water fast. Then you would have a 3-day coming out of it, and then you could do the 2-week whole plant-based keto again. So if your DOD advanced water fast was 6 days, your introduction back to a whole plant-based keto diet would take you actually 3 days. And you'd be doing organic veggie broth, organic bone broth, or organic celery juice. Celery juice, don't do more than 16 ounces a day. Spread it out, 4 ounces, 4 ounces, 4 ounces, 4 ounces. It's better that way. We don't need diarrhea or to really be flushing the system that aggressively. And you can dilute it down if you want, but do one thing for me. When you're doing the organic veggie broth, the organic bone broth, and the celery, to make sure you're not, okay, make sure you use a straw and start sipping it and say, I love you, digestive tract. Here's some real food. We're going to get back into the whole food thing here, and understand you're going to go gentle baby steps. And make sure that you warm up your organic veggie broth, your organic bone broth, and make sure that your organic celery is not ice cold. Okay, you're going to cause contraction. You're going to cause cramps. Remember, you're turning back on your digestive tract that utilizes 70% of your energy. So the reality is be gentle. Wake up the whole crew that works on the assembly line to get them out there with love, honor, and respect. Okay, be patient. You know what? You know why? 999 people out of 1,000 are going to be patients, okay, to the system, because they don't have patience for themselves. Look how fast you get pissed off if you don't get something right away, or if you don't get the love you need, okay, or you didn't get something, okay? That's called a tantrum. And most adults are running a tantrum their whole life. And guess what? Are they getting what they want? No, they're getting what they don't want, because you get what you focus on. Thank you. Okay, So me, when I do an advanced water fast, I crack the coconut and I do fresh coconut juice. And that's all I do, okay? I don't do the celery juice. I just do coconut juice. That's my style. So if you live somewhere where there's fresh coconuts, you crack that coconut, baby. But you know what? You'll never be able to do the advanced water fast until you start practicing cracking your coconut from the inside out. And guess what? Until you change your personality. You'll never change your reality until you understand that you are so much more. But you won't until you find your roar. So why don't you practice bravery instead of being a victim? Because the only virus I see is called victimitis. So when you're coming and you did your 3 days, because you did 6 days of the fast, you did your 3 days coming out. Soon as you start to come out, and that 3 days of coming out with the celery and the broth, you should be doing daily cleansing tea and black gold to start getting all of that sludge and waste. Okay, I'll tell you why. So you did a lot of soaking, didn't you, with that digestive tract that's 33 feet long. So understand something, whether you believe it or not. Do you ever go into somebody's house that's an old house and they've got like 10 different layers of wallpaper over the years? So now you've soaked the wallpaper. So now what we want to do is get that all out of there, because when you start eating again and you go back to your inflammatory mucus-causing foods, it gets to stick back in there. So take the time to go and do the daily cleansing tea, black gold, and it's something you should stay with for life. If you did nothing else and you did this, you'll stave off 85% of the symptoms, which they call diseases. And remember something, a symptom is just a love message saying you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to love, honor, and respect this body. You're poisoning me. Okay, and that love message goes to what we call a symptom, because we need it to be a symptom, because they need you to attack your body. Because you won't go to the medical system unless you're willing to attack your body. Yes or no? Yes or no? You won't go to the medical system unless you're willing to attack your body. So let's take the love message, make it into a symptom. Let's not get the proper training and information to master our own life. And then let's take that symptom and we'll call it a disease. And then we'll call it an autoimmune disease, and then we'll call it a life-threatening critical disease. And it all started off as a love message, and it still is, except that your body's saying, I'm going to bust the bloody door down. When are you going to listen? See? Think about it. And ask yourself, am I totally crazy? Maybe. So daily cleansing tea, black gold, I would stay on them for a lifetime. You're not talking much money. We're talking about a medium cup of coffee a day, okay, to stave away at least 85%. And I can say that because the Royal Society of Medicine, they did an actual study, and they said that, guess what? Your large intestine is 85% of your immune system. It's the holy grail of you. Your bacteria are the most intelligent thing. And they said that if you had a healthy large intestine, you would stave off 85% of all your symptoms and diseases that you would have in your body. Go look it up. A study done by the Royal Society of Medicine. Okay, so a whole plant-based keto diet after introducing the veggie broth and bone broth, celery juice, or coconut water, then re-enter the whole plant-based keto diet for at least 2 weeks. And by the time you do this, if you did this 26 days, you go, oh man, have I ever changed? I don't even know myself. You know, walk down the street and people are going to go, is that you, Jim? Because you're going to look 10 to 20 years younger, right? I don't care, Jim, Jennifer, Jesse, whatever your name is, okay? You're going to look younger because guess what? You're not toxic. You're not poisoned. So you know what? All these people that don't look well, they're poisoned, okay? All right, so another 2 weeks to harvest all the benefits of your DOD advanced water fast, okay? All right? And then I'm just repeating it. Here is the whole plant-based keto diet. You don't have to do exactly this. This is just to give you something to start off with. Go into the Perfect Day Guide. You've got all kinds of blender drinks, soups, salads, okay? All right, so pick what you want. And then look at this and go, yeah, well, I'll do that, but I won't do this. But I've given you everything as healthy as possible, all right? The DOD Advanced Water Fast can be repeated every 6 weeks until you reach your health and healing goals. Your questions matter. This is my phone number. Hey, Daryl, how's it going? Just be just like that. You don't have to call me doctor. Hey, Daryl, how's it going? It's going great. How's it going with you? I got a question. I've got an answer, hopefully. Okay? Let's work on it together. Okay? My phone number is 855-900-4544, extension 5. Okay? And then you can call me on my telephone number, which is a USA phone number, 469-861-8884. And you can call it on WhatsApp or FaceTime or USA Direct. Even if I'm in Mexico and you've got USA calling, whether you're in Canada or any other country, it's not going to cost you a penny. And then leave a message. I'm going to call you back. And give me a good time when I should call you back. Okay? All right? And if you don't hear from me, call me back. We both get busy. Okay? We're both, we both can forget sometimes. I just want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. I really do. And you know what? You may not buy anything, come to take any of my trainings or my courses. It doesn't matter. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe me anything. I am successful. And I am successful because I know I'm successful here. I know I'm successful here. I will always be successful. Okay? And successful means unconditional love for myself and everyone else. I don't have to worry about nothing. There is a God. There is a creator. Okay? I just need to focus on my passion and my purpose, and everything will be looked after. And I know that, and I believe it. And I know I did not believe that for my whole life, but I believe it now. And we are going into some really tricky times right now. Okay? I've been alive for 67 years, and you will never see anything like we're going to go through in the next 3 to 5 years. And you need to be prepared. You need to start loving, honoring, and respecting yourself, and cleansing and bringing your vibration up so that you can find the power of God inside of you. I did say the power of God because we all have it. And I'm not a religious person, so please understand that. But I believe in the creator of all things, and I believe in you. Perfect Day consultation for those who wish to have a guide, a coach on their advanced water fasting journey. Onward, upward, and inward. Perfect Day consultation, $95. Don't miss out on our 14-day fasting sale. And as of today, there's only 13 days left. And we'll be finishing the fasting sale at the end of the 2-week whole plant-based keto diet, because we're going into the 6-day advanced water fast, whether you do it 1 day or whether you do it 60. Okay? All right? Starve it. Starve it from the bottom up and the inside out. You starve out every dysfunctional belief that you have about yourself and this world. Starve it out. And you know how you starve it out? You don't focus on your dysfunctional beliefs. You don't focus on what you don't like about yourself. You focus on what you want about yourself, where you want to be, the I am of yourself. You focus on that. The 4 pillars, please check it out again. Go give it a read. It's in the Perfect Day Guide. Just download the BHN app. Thank you. Okay? And there it is. Okay? This guide here, I just got, someone sent me. I mentioned it already earlier, but it just makes me so crazy. This world is so crazy. So this nurse, she gets hired by this university to read the Perfect Day Guide, to read my Healthy to 100 book. If you get to see what she says about it, oh my gosh, I could have picked even worse things about me. She really didn't do her effort. Okay? The reality is I am not perfect. I am different. And I always will be different. And if different bothers you, then you should stay away from me, because it'll probably upset you. And the reality is, think about it. What if we had everybody loving, honoring, and respecting themselves? How many vape stores would there be open? How many liquor stores? How many corner stores? How many drive-ins? How many medical doctors would we actually need? How many surgeries would we have to need? Okay, and how many times would we be down on our knees begging God, please? Okay? Get off your knees and raise your hands to the Lord. Raise your hands to the sky. Okay, and bring up your vibration. Okay? All right? And be part of Braveheart Nation. And I mean it. Okay? We want to make a difference. My library is the largest self-love, self-care master class library in the world. You can watch all these videos. I don't charge for them. You're going to see everybody else charges for videos like this. Okay? I just need people to go in there. Give love a chance. Give self-love a chance. Give loving yourself a chance. Okay? All right. Whole Life Coach. Next course starts on October the 9th here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. The next one will be in January. It looks like I'm doing a course in India, Whole Life Coach certification in India on January the 8th, and then back in Ixtapa, Mexico on January the 28th. And in Ixtapa, I'm on October the 9th, and then Dr. Sage Wolf will be teaching the Wolf Non-Surgical Certification 10 days later, and that is a 12-day course. And then the beautiful Lorraine will be teaching the 3-day masterclass pelvic course to women. Okay? All right, everybody. And understand something, and I just want everybody to understand this. We have to be fair. I don't know what it is. Why do I have to think like everybody else? I don't want to. So when I go to India, okay, when people come in person, it'll only be $497. In India, do they make the money that we make in North America? No. If I go there and I break even and have the event of a lifetime, that's good enough. The reality is that we're going to have it online, and we're also going to have it in person. I haven't picked the online cost yet, but coming in person is $497. And why don't you take a look at it, everyone? Right now, we've got about 18 pesos to the dollar. Okay? And understand something. Even at $497, that's a lot of money. And I'm reaching out right now. If there's anybody that is a resident of Mexico, we are giving away two scholarships for the October 9th course. Okay? So if you would like to attend, please let us know. Okay? We would love to have you. I want to have Whole Life Coach and Wolf Non-Surgical Therapists throughout Mexico and the whole of South America, India, and the whole world. And I will do and give away as much as I can of myself without endangering myself and my business. All right. Wolf Non-Surgical, like I said, is with Dr. Sage Wolf, Reverse the Irreversible. It is the strongest body work in the world. Have you gone to somebody that they did what's called Wolf Non-Surgical, and they used their elbow and they pulled the fibers apart? Remember, I took just the other day, and I do it all the time. I worked on a gentleman that had a bullet through here, didn't have a tricep muscle, and was traumatized by it. It happened 2 years ago. I worked on him. That was 4 days ago. His wife said, "My God, your trauma's gone. You look so much better." And he actually has a tricep there. That took me 20 minutes. I worked on a woman with stage 4 breast. They call it the big C. I call it stage 4 inflammation. She had a 4 by 3 inch tumor, and it was 1 inch thick. And understand something. By working on her, I worked on her for about 23 minutes. Okay, she got up the next morning, and when she left, there was only 1 inch left. She got up the next morning, and it was completely gone. I talked to her only 3 hours ago, and she said, "My breast is clear still, Daryl, and I'll get back up to Rami to get cell sonic regeneration and non-surgical in the next few days." And she's going to go there. I told her maximum 10 weeks. She would be getting cell sonic regeneration every 3 days, because we're putting in a new frequency, a new program into the cells. Remember something. You ready for this? Ready for this? Your cells have the same personality that you have. And if your cells are sick, I'm just going to leave you with that. If your cells are healthy, I'm just going to leave you with that too. And the reality is she's going to come up and she's going to get cell sonic regeneration every 3 days. She's going to get Wolf Non-Surgical on the breast area and upper part of her body. And she's going to get that once a week. But guess what? She's coming up for 10 weeks. Why? Because in 10 weeks, we're going to do her ankles, we're going to do her knees, we're going to do her hips, we're going to do her wrists, we're going to do her elbows, we're going to do her shoulders, we're going to do her whole spine. And when we do her spine, she'll be 1 inch to 2 inches taller, because we don't actually shrink because of loss of calcium. Thank you very much. But when we're done, she's going to have her flexibility back, and she's not going to have all those varicose veins in her legs. Okay? All right? Or that cellulite. Okay? Because with cell sonic regeneration and with cardio med bed, we're going to bring the thunder down. And we're going to prove to the world that guess what? Sickness is just a sick belief that needs to be erased and replaced by you were created by God Almighty. So we need to start acting like it. Those of you that if you want to know, you can come to DoD 5-star Healing and Training. We're in Ixtapas, Huatanego, Mexico. We have a 5-star place for you to stay. It is absolutely gorgeous. We have all the energy medicine there. We have a structured ionized saltwater pool. We've got bicycles for you to just ride 5 minutes to the most beautiful restaurants, the most beautiful beaches, 50 miles of bike trails, the most beautiful, peaceful place, beautiful people. And check it out, DoD5starhealing.com. People come here from anywhere from 1 week to up to 6 weeks, okay? And if you want, you can rent the whole place, or you can just rent a beautiful room and have the run of the whole clinic and DoD 5-star resort, okay? All right. If you don't want to come to us, Dr. Sage Wolf will come to you, whether it's in your clinic for a certification or just to teach you how to work on yourself and your family. He'll go anywhere in the world, all right? And that's called a personal treatment and training. You can take a look at that on bhnapp.com, okay? All right, there's the app. Download it. We can rise together, can't we? Listen, it doesn't matter what religion you are, what color you are, okay, what you eat or the way you treat yourself. Just know that we love you. Just know that we love you. Just know that the programs you run were just because of the people you hung around with or you lived with. I understand that. Change your personality, you'll change your reality, okay? You can either be the family curse or the family blessing. You make that decision. Okay, I'm here in BHN Studios right now. You'll see we have 4 different studios within this studio. This is a professional studio, as professional as it gets. And we're going to be putting out master classes and trainings for free, and ones that are inexpensive that will blow you away. They will unleash your power to heal yourself, to feel yourself, to care for yourself. Okay? All right? Okay, don't forget I have an online masterclass called Braveheart Online Emotional Intelligence. It's a 33-day course. It's absolutely free. Go to the BHN app and go be part of it. Remember, massive personal action is equals self-healing. Okay? If you want to rise, then you got to learn how to fly. And understand, whether you believe it or not, in many religions and throughout thousands of years, we have been taught to disrespect ourselves, hate ourselves, not care for ourselves, not love for ourselves, but look for love outside ourselves. How's that working for you? The only way that you can protect yourself in this life-threatening, fun-filled adventure called planet Earth is to first love yourself. So learn how to fly. We rise together, everyone. We are Braveheart Nation. Check us out at the BHN app. Okay? And in finishing, I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. God bless. 3, 2, 1. You've got this. Okay, get